RadioCalusa.com.
Time, weather, and always pass. Case
It's time for an episode of the Backpage.
A weekly podcast where you'll hear from your host,
Lloyd, Kent, and Hayley.
As they cover their favorite hot topics in the greater Colusa County area.
Heck.
You might even hear an opinion or two.
Now,
It is now time
It's now time
for the Backpage.
for the Backpage.
it's time for the Backpage. Okay, I know I'm the one who's forgetful.
There should be a song right there.
I kind of forgot.
I'll just make one up.
Just like, did you forget something?
What?
Uh,
I don't think so.
kind of something pretty big.
No.
Somebody who sits right across from you.
Crap. I left Hayley at home. Oops.
Oopsie. Oopsie.
She can drive herself here.
She'll get here when she gets here.
It'll be
if
fine.
she does.
Sorry, honey.
Oh.
We really got to work on syncing our schedules up, I guess. I didn't realize she wasn't in the car.
Or did she forget?
You know what it is? Usually she drives, and I had to drive today. So I think I just left without her.
just got in the car and just drove over?
Because usually no one rides with me in my pickup. I'm usually flying solo when I'm in the pickup, so I didn't even notice.
They took the other vehicle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Usually.
Well, we'll see if she makes an appearance or not.
Yeah. At this point, probably not. She's probably upset.
Not. Yeah. I'm surprised that my phone hasn't blown up yet.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Usually when she's upset, she just ignores people.
Was she napping on the couch with Harvey?
No. I think she was doing something. No, I'm kidding. She's at work right now.
Yeah, we're doing this show a little bit early.
We're building a float today because Pioneer Day is this weekend.
This weekend, hometown heroes.
And we are in the parade, and today's the only day we can build the float.
At graduation's tomorrow.
Yeah.
I am not looking forward to that.
Williams already had theirs.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know.
They had
Ask
theirs
them.
a week early.
I don't have nothing to do with that.
I swear early on in the year they had their schedule out and they were graduating the same time as everyone else.
I'm confused because I thought they always graduated at the same time.
They all do.
And started a week early because I thought they had a longer Christmas break.
Yeah,
right?
They usually do,
Isn't that usually what it is? If anything, I figured they would have had theirs a week later, but they had it a week early. I don't know.
It was weird.
I'm not the guy to ask.
I know when we first were planning our editorial calendar, we were looking at it and
look who's calling right now.
Oh,
let's see. That's how I know it's her.
Yeah, that's her.
I'm gonna answer it real quick. Hello, honey. You're live on the air with the Backpage.
Hi.
I'm sorry I left you at home. I forgot to pick you up. Do you think you'll make it before we're done recording?
No.
Well, say hi to everyone, and then I'm gonna let you go.
Hi. Bye.
Bye. Love you.
So graduations are this weekend, and yeah, it was weird that Williams started theirs a week early, but congrats to them.
Yeah.
At least now families don't have to choose if they have someone in Colusa and Arbuckle. Or,
Right. Only if it's like, Maxwell and Arbuckle. Or
yeah. they're all the other ones.
You
are
mean
still
Williams?
on the same day.
Williams and
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Pierce, I guess that's all going to be out on the football field. Everybody's going to be in the sun. It's going to be miserable.
Yeah, it's going to be awful. We used to have ours on the football field because my graduating class was like 500. We had huge graduating classes in Vacaville, and I don't know if they're still that big.
I thought 110 kids was big.
No. So it was always done on the football field, and let me tell you, in that black gown, oh my God, it's the worst.
I mean, they didn't bother to try to separate up like A to whatever the alphabet or anything like that.
Like have multiple graduations?
Yeah.
No, one large graduation, and you sat there and listened to every single name as every single kid walk across the stage. And
one thing I wish the schools would do is, the scholarships and stuff. They will spend so long on the scholarships.
We actually had like a senior awards night where there was like a banquet, and we did all the scholarships at the senior awards night, and there was no scholarships at graduation.
That would be perfect.
Nobody talked about any of that.
And it's nothing about, not honoring those kids who succeeded in getting those scholarships. It's just, it takes so long because so many kids are getting scholarships nowadays. There's so many out there.
In a more urban, suburban, whatever you want to call it, setting like Vacaville, there's a lot more scholarships too. It's just there's more organizations that give away more things.
But even at Pierce, there could be 30 to 40 different scholarships.
Oh, for sure.
And every single one, they're giving away anywhere between 1 and 5 scholarships, and they go up there and they have to give a little paragraph about every student, which is great, but at the same time,
it's about the organization itself,
how they did it, how it's funded, who it's about.
It's never, hi, I'm so and so from such and such, and the winner is X.
Yeah.
No. It's we're an organization devoted to blah 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 blah, and they're just pontificating forever, and then they give away the awards, and they got to tell you about the kids too, which is great. That's fine. Great, but God, it takes a lot of time, and when you got hundreds of awards to give away.
Hopefully this year it's fast and quick with it having to be on the sun, but
hopefully.
Yeah, but Pioneer Day, as we talked about earlier, is Saturday.
Yes, it is.
June 5th, this Saturday.
And the podcast is going to have a float.
Yes, we are. And we're actually going to go through
Did I finish explaining that's why Hayley's not here? Because we recorded early because we're building the float tonight.
Yeah.
And she's still at work.
She's still at work.
She's still at work. Well, not anymore. You heard her on the phone. She's on her way home from work now.
So yeah, we had to figure out something with our schedule. So
we're recording early, and then as soon as we're done, we're gonna go build the float, and then you can look for us in the parade.
So the theme is
and throw candy at us. We like candy.
Yeah, right? Throw the candy at us.
Yeah, we're not gonna throw candy. We want candy thrown at us.
Could you imagine a parade where the people threw candy at the float?
That'd be great. Tomatoes.
That'd be cool.
Rotten tomatoes.
Do a reverse. The Mardi Gras.
I like it.
Where they throw the beads at the float. And the one with the most beads wins.
I like it.
See, there you go, CBW. Gave you guys another smashing idea.
Yes, I know we're not allowed to throw candy, but allow the people in the streets to throw candy at the floats. I think that's a great idea.
People still throw candy.
Do they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Even though you're not supposed to. Are you sure? Yeah.
I know they do in Calusa, but it's been a long time since I've seen candy in Williams.
Williams has kind of been a stickler for a couple of years, and since this is kind of like a return, I wonder if they're still gonna keep that.
I don't know. Did we do it or did somebody else do it? I think we did it. We didn't throw candy, but we walked around and handed it to people.
Yeah,
as opposed to throwing it.
That to me, that seems a little more dangerous. You got those kids like
it's dangerous for me.
You just throw it and run,
but not for the kids. But
and at least with Williams, there's not all those big, huge pieces of equipment like the fair parade here in Calusa, where you get the tractors and stuff. Right. That's where I worry, because you get just a tractor driving through and a little kid trying to pick up a Smarties.
Not to take away from Pioneer Day, but speaking of Calusa and their parade, they are having one this year after all, correct?
They are.
And
yes.
The Lions are putting it on.
The Lions are putting it on. They usually do every year.
And what is the date for that?
That is Friday, June 11th.
Are we gonna enter our float in that parade as well?
No, I think we're gonna kick back here and have a party.
Perfect. I like to party.
6 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's the Calusa Lions at the we call the fair parade, and it's gonna follow its usual route. For information on an entry,
you know what, Lloyd?
Jim Pengray, 682-9755.
I think the supervisors are doing a float.
Oh,
so if we don't put a podcast one in, I think I'm going to have to be on that float.
Oh, well, then
you know what I'll do?
Just have a party without you.
Where are you going to post up? Right here in front of the office?
Yeah, right here at the office.
I'll just chill here at the office and watch the parade until the supervisor float comes.
And you just run out
and then I'll run out and jump on it.
There you go.
I think that's the good happy medium.
Hey, because we could have a barbecue out back.
Yeah, out back. If it's out back, you can't see the parade.
Well, no, you cook the barbecue out back, and
so somebody has to sacrifice and not watch the parade.
You cook in the back, you bring it out front.
Okay. You switch cooks every 10 minutes, so everybody
gets a turn. Everything cooked by the time the parade starts.
Oh, so you cook before the parade.
Yeah.
Got it. You are a logistical mastermind.
He's never had a party.
You're a logistical master. I've had parties. I'm just not a good party planner. Next time Hayley comes on the show, you should ask her about her reverse surprise party I accidentally threw for her one time.
Reverse surprise party?
So a surprise party, you ask her, but
I will.
The gist of it is a surprise party is where everyone comes over, and when the guest of honor shows up, you turn on the lights and everyone shouts surprise, right? So this party, she was there first, and then guests just started showing up, and she had no idea anyone was coming over. So then all of a sudden it was like, oh, hey, what are you guys doing here?
I would say that's an ambush party.
Oh, hey, what are you guys doing here? Wow, why are there 10 people here? Wait, where'd these 40 people come from?
And then all of a sudden they turn off the lights. Surprise!
Yeah, they turn out the lights and they yell, shh.
She's going to be here in a little bit.
She's going to be here any minute. Anyway, ask her about that. She has a funny story.
I'll have to do that tonight. So
Funny stories.
Pioneer Day, honoring our hometown heroes.
Yes.
So, that's such a broad term. I mean, we have our secret inside. You'll have to see the float.
Yep.
But
we're not telling nobody nothing.
What would you consider a hometown hero? So if you were doing it for yourself.
What would I consider a hometown hero doing it for myself?
Yes.
Well, if I'm doing it for myself, obviously I'm the hero. No, I'm kidding. kidding. Here's the thing. I'm led to assume, and I know what happens when you assume, but I'm led to assume that the theme is alluding to the past year with the pandemic.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about who's been a hero during the pandemic, obviously, frontline hospital workers, first responders, whether that's police, fire, etc. Your typical usual heroes that are really in any type of event. But especially so this time around. The other side of it, but I think there's, and this is where I have a hard time with it, is I think there's a lot of unsung heroes of the pandemic. Like for example, you have a business and you were asked to shut down, and you complied for the greater good. Like, you did your part to help prevent the spread early on at great personal sacrifice, because that's your sole source of income for most people. Or even something as small of a gesture as, gosh, grandma is 85 and she has COPD. I really don't want to bring it to her and end her life prematurely, because this particular virus is incredibly nasty for people in her condition, where otherwise she would be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and not visit grandma for a year or better, or whatever it's been, member. And maybe only talk on the phone and Zoom and this and that. And I know that seems small, but that's especially if you're really close with your family members, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
And it's even bigger deal for grandma who if maybe grandpa died a couple years ago and she's home alone and stuck there and doesn't have really any way to get around or anything, that's rough. That's hard.
Yeah.
And are they heroes in a sense? Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you can quantify sacrifice. Yeah. That's what I'm getting at.
Well, hero is someone who does great sacrifice to anyone. That could be one person, could be your hero to multiple people. And I look at it too as, even though, we had businesses that shut down, then there was those that could not shut down because they provide a necessity service,
right. And
the grocery store workers, your gas station.
So you've got these people that are, they work at Walmart, and Walmart couldn't shut down because people have to go buy their pickles. So,
and they had to deal with everybody.
Here you are putting yourself out there every single day, exposing you're also a hero. Yeah. So there's lots of ways to define this, and I have a hard time.
It should be interesting to see what the gamut is going to be out there.
Yeah. I mean, are people going to pick one person? Are they going to pick an industry to hail and say, we love real estate agents? They're the true heroes, or are they going to say, gosh, we really like this one in particular person. We think they did amazing. I think we're going to see a lot of that. I think we're going to see both of that. But I think for certain people, this is pretty easy. For certain groups, as far as the theme goes, I think for certain groups, it's easy. For example, the firefighters, they can pick one of their own. If the police, what do they call it? Their little organization.
And the associations.
Yeah. If they made I don't know if they are or not, but if they made a float, they could pick one of the cops of the department, or maybe a retired cop or somebody, and say they went above and beyond the call of duty and, did this and that, and we're celebrating this person. I think there's ways that certain organizations could certainly have an easier time with this, but I think others may have a harder time with it, or maybe people just, they had a real strong personal connection with a particular person that really helped them out, and it's an easy decision for them. It's not for me.
No,
it's definitely not an easy decision for me.
Well, if they do a really good job and put together the parade float well, they can win $300, $200, or $100.
Yeah, this is the first time
that they actually have
there's ever been prizes. Yeah, at Pioneer Day,
and significant prize money.
They've always done it for, most usually done it. I should say usually done it for
a
Festival of Lights.
Yeah,
but never for Pioneer Day.
And I mean, 300, 200, and 100. I mean, that's what, $600 in prize money that you can.
That combined with everything opening up and people just wanting to do something. Yeah, I think you'll see a good turnout there. I think there'll be a lot of floats between people, going, oh, hey, there's a cash prize. I might win something, but also, God, I just want to get out of the house to do something.
Do something, yeah.
Because there's finally an event happening somewhere, like Stony Ford Rodeo and
that
Maxwell
was
Parade.
Maxwell.
Those things were crowded as hell.
And then they have the vendor fair. So the vendor fair starts at 9:00 there in Redinger Park, and it's sponsored by Karen's House.
Oh yeah, the vendor fair.
And I've heard that they've got quite a few selection of people out there. So there should be lots of vendor opportunities. See, I get lost for words right now, but they should have lots of stuff out there. Probably some few food vendors, and it's a great time to get out, help some of those smaller creators. And then the parade starts at 10:00. 10 a.m.
Oh, in the morning.
In the morning.
Okay.
10:00 in the morning.
I was going to get there at night.
Well, then that would be the Festival of Lights, and then we would need to put Christmas lights on it. Or do we already have Christmas lights? Never mind.
Somewhere.
At 9:00.
Don't forget that night.
9:00 at night.
There's going to be fireworks.
Fireworks are back by Morningstar. So look towards
the fireworks are over by Morningstar?
No, look east towards the town. Morningstar sponsored them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Morningstar.
Yes, the fireworks are going to be at Morningstar. You have to drive all the way out there and sit on one of the crates and watch the fireworks out there.
Yeah, that would be dangerous.
Just a tiny bit.
Can you imagine a firework lands in one of those crates? Oh boy.
Let's not have that conversation. Hopefully there's no wind at night.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, it seems like the last couple of weekends the wind has picked up.
It's been breezy.
Yeah.
Been breezy.
So look towards the east of town. So we say 9:00, but actually it's whenever it gets dark enough that they classify that you can actually see the.
So you got the. Well, sometimes they start firing off at like 8:30.
I know
they have before, so I would be ready by 8. I know the sun's not down yet, but I just go get your spot at 8. Go get your viewing area.
You literally can see it
from almost anywhere in town. Pretty much.
Even in the country, I was driving home. I don't know if it was last year or the year before last. Probably the year before last. And I was there on Lone Star, and yeah, it was a perfect view. You actually got to see the full spectrum of the fireworks and not just right up close. And it was actually kind of cool. So you can see it anywhere. I think I don't think you can see it from
damn near. And if you can't see it, get on your roof.
Yeah.
Have some beers. Have a roof beer.
Be careful on your roof, though.
And then when people walk by, you can toss them one and say it's on the house. Just kidding. I'm not advocating drinking and being on your roof. That's a bad idea.
Bad idea.
It's a really bad idea. Don't do it.
You guys are the fire department's already going to be busy out there with the fireworks.
I like telling little jokey jokes sometimes.
Yeah. What is it? We need that disclaimer at the beginning of each show. Do not try these.
The opinions of the opinions of the characters on this show do not reflect the opinions of this broadcast station.
Do not try this at home.
So you got the parade, you got the vendor fair, you got the fireworks. Is there anything else official going on? Because I think I want to say I can't confirm this. I want to say Kairos is having a band and maybe some other.
I haven't heard anything.
Some other people are doing some stuff.
They usually do.
But officially, those are the only things happening.
These are officially the only things for Pioneer Day, and then
with the Pioneer Day brand labeled on it. Attached to it?
Nothing to do with the paper. Nada. Zilch.
What? What'd you do with the paper? Oh, understood.
When you're saying Pioneer brand, I'm like, no, it has nothing to do with the paper.
It's not the Pioneer Review Parade. It's the Pioneer Day Parade.
No, Pioneer Day.
Duh.
So, and also that day, if you don't want to go to Pioneer Day, the city of Colusa is having what they call Kid-a-Palooza.
Kid-a-Palooza.
It is free kid activities at the scout cabin here in Colusa. Kids can enjoy obstacle course, a bounce house, relay races, music, and much more.
Why wouldn't they do it on Sunday or the following weekend?
I have no idea. And it's like, Pioneer Day.
Why did they do it on the 19th? Isn't there a whole bunch of stuff going on in Calusa on the 19th?
Yeah.
Like a whole bunch of stuff.
That's
Founders Day. There's a big workout deal going on at the fitness place.
There's a big fitness
I can't think of their name right now.
Again, Karen's house will be
I'm
out
brain
there.
farting.
Calusa Strength and Conditioning.
There you go. That's the one.
They're going to have Battle of the Badges. They're going to go out there and do weightlifting and all that fun stuff that they do. CrossFit, something.
Some buff firefighters and cops like fighting each other or something.
So,
I don't know.
But yeah, so Kidapalooza will be also happening on Saturday, June 5th. So if you really want to have fun, come out to Williams Pioneer Day. And then, if you want to take the kids, tire them out, take them over to Calusa. Or there you go. Take your kids to Calusa, drop them off there.
Go watch the parade.
Then go watch the parade.
Come back, pick up your
kids. And,
it's like free babysitting.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
There you go. You got your weekend planned.
Can you do that?
I don't know.
They probably won't watch your kids for you.
It doesn't say you can't leave your kids unattended. I'm joking.
Here's my 3-year-old and my 2-year-old. Please just, here's my phone number.
Again, do not try this at home.
Call me if anything happens, but I don't want just any call. Like, they better have a broken arm or something. You can tell I don't have kids.
Oh.
Can I drop my dog off there? Is there a Dogapalooza?
No, that's in October. Isn't that Puptober?
The Puptoberfest.
Yeah. So, did you go to Memorial Day?
I did. We, Hayley and I went to the Williams Cemetery. For their little deal they do every year. We didn't go to Maxwell because I know Maxwell's usually the big one.
It wasn't this year.
But they didn't have a keynote speaker this year. They were just doing the regular old ceremony. So
yeah, just the regular flag stuff.
We opted to stay at home and do other things at home after getting done with the Williams celebration. Yeah, memorial, whatever you want to call it. Ceremony.
I was here at the office. Susan went out and covered the Calusa one and then went to Maxwell. So yeah, they had those ceremonies. There was quite a bit of attendance.
Yeah, there was a good amount of people there.
As you said, things are slowly getting back into the swing of things. So,
yep.
Let's see. What else do we got going on? It's hard. There's just... Now that things are opening up, there are so many activities over the next couple of months.
What are some of them, Lloyd?
Well, the Calusa Arts Council has Fair in the Square. I think we talked about that before. If anyone has anything that they would like to put on
a street dance or something,
that's also too. Let me get to that.
It's a different one.
Yeah, so Fair. It's the same kind of thing, but all in one day. So on Saturday, June 12th. They are having where if you have a piece of artwork, you quilted something, you baked a really good pie, you can put it on display just as if it was the Calusa County Fair, except for it's going to be in downtown Calusa. They're at the.
Is it going to get judged?
I don't think there's.
Can I win prizes?
No, I don't think there's any prizes or awards.
Can I enter my wine?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah.
You think
I'm
I'll
sure
win?
that they would love it.
You think I'll win?
Well, if you're the only entry, I mean, you kind of win, don't you?
Then the prophecy that Mike laid out last week will be true, that I was the winner of the 2021.
That's correct. That's correct.
Give me that info. I need to enter my wine.
So if you want to get involved with that, you can contact Sierra Redding at Sierra, SIERRA 7 Redding. So that's Sierra, SIERRA, the number 7 Redding, READING at gmail.com.
So that's SIERRATHENUMBERSEVE.
Oh, shut up. So the event will be held from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you don't want to participate in the park event that's there at the at A.B. Davison / Will S. Green Park here in Calusa, you can put it on display if you live in Calusa in your front yard. And so then people can drive around town and see the different stuff. And then at night, they have their street dance featuring the Ma Barker Band from
so it's
6 to 5. Same day. And it's there at 5th and Market Street. It's $15 to enter. There will be food trucks, drinks, and lots of fun.
And at the street dance, are they going to announce the winners of the wine contest?
Yeah.
And
why don't you bring the wine there so that way,
Ooh.
You get multiple tastes.
I don't know if I can. I don't think I can. I don't think that's legal.
Oh.
Can you just drink in the streets? Is that a thing?
Well, they're going to have drinks there. The street's closed off.
Oh, I guess that's true.
It's a private event.
That's true.
They went through the city and actually got the city to sign off on it.
Got the permit
and everything.
Et cetera, et cetera.
There's actually signatures on the paper. Yeah. Oh, and then I guess we should say that our raffle for the Friends of the Colusa County Animal Shelter is coming up. So that's at the end of this month.
What's the last day to buy tickets for that?
That would be Wednesday, June 23rd, because we're raffling it off on the 24th.
Okay. So this month.
Yep. Tickets are $5 each. You can purchase them here at the Pioneer Review office, or with Kent, or with Haley, or with...
I'm not selling them.
Danielle
me an envelope.
Hendricks, or...
Haley has the envelope. You got to talk to her.
You can. That's what... Okay, fine. And then...
If you talk to me, I'm just going to give you her number.
There you go. Just take the money. No.
I'm going to take your money and say, yep, you're entered. Just kidding. The
event for that raffle, we are raffling off that Yeti package, and which has a Yeti cooler, has a Yeti cups, a Yeti dog bowl, dog bed, dog leash, that's been made by the Colusa County Animal Shelter volunteers, and some other fun stuff I think we're throwing in with it as well. But your chance, win $5, and all the proceeds, every penny we are making off that is going to the Friends of the Colusa County Animal Shelter.
Nice.
So, did you grab a paper this week?
Yeah, got it in my hand.
Did you see the Colusa County seniors?
I did. There's a crap load of them.
Yeah,
there's a ton of them.
324, I think.
Jeez.
That the count was. But yeah, we got all their pictures. So pick up a copy of the Pioneer.
Did you pick out your favorites?
I guess you can say. I don't know.
Let's see. Where was mine? I saw one. There was this kid. I can't remember his name. He looked like he thought the camera was like going to take his soul. Just the look on his face is like, please stop taking my picture.
It was so.
I like this kid with the ball hat though. He's staying true to himself. He knows who he is.
And there's another one that's wearing like a luau shirt, has the the Hawaiian print on there. And yeah. So pick up a copy of the paper and you can see those this week.
I can't find him. Where is he gone?
That's not important.
Oh, I see the guy you're talking about. He's loving life. I love that guy.
So, on the off news of stuff, because I think we've talked about everything.
Just wait until he actually hits the real world. That smile will be gone very quickly.
I was like, if I were to be a guest speaker, which they would fire me immediately and escort me out in the police.
Dude, this kid here he's from Colusa High School. He looks like he's like 28. This one here, I'm not going to say his name, but right there.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a high school. He looks like a brand new teacher.
Well, I was saying, like, with the guest speaker, it's like I would go up there and like pretend like it was a funeral. It's like, here we are.
Here lies your youth.
Your the class of 2021.
Your naivete.
Your youth is dead. Now you're into adulthood.
Welcome to the real world.
It's like everything you learned in school is not going to help you.
Brace yourself.
Nope. I mean, it gives you a little bit, but they didn't prepare you for nothing.
No, not at all.
I mean, nobody
could.
Know what?
You know what's the worst? What you have to learn on your own and really is like the hardest thing to learn on your own? Basic finance skills. Like, why don't they teach that? Why don't they teach you
no idea
how to budget? Like, understanding that credit cards aren't free money. Like, everyone I know, you got to learn that the hard way.
How loans work, what's the processes of certain things, like,
and not to put my tinfoil hat on, but maybe that's the agenda of the bourgeoisie is to keep the peasants poor and lock them up in debt so they can never actually have money and they can keep it all.
Because they don't even teach it to you in college. I mean, you go and take these big old finance classes and it's just like, oh, yep, this is what you're supposed to do.
They'll teach you how to write a check and sign your name and all that stuff, but they don't teach you how to budget. They don't teach you debits and credits and how financing works and what a loan really is and what you're really doing. And
yeah, when people go,
anywhere.
I'll go get a loan for this vehicle. It's let's say $100,000 car for 30 years. My interest rate's 5%. Oh, it's like,
it's fine.
Oh, do you know how much money you're spending in interest?
Right.
It's like, wow.
Even a house. I mean, a house is an appreciating asset. So technically you can justify that, but a car is a depreciating asset and you're going to pay 9% or better over 5. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Remember when cars used to be like a 3-year loan max?
Oh, yeah.
Like not too long ago, like maybe 20 years ago, 3 years was the longest you get a car loan for.
That's about, yeah.
Then they were 4, then they were 5. Now they're 7.
7, 8, 10.
I'm waiting for 10 years to be like average.
There are some finance companies you can get it for 10, which is really stupid.
That is incredibly stupid.
I mean, it's like, why don't you just put on a credit card at that point?
That is incredibly stupid. Just save up a little cash. Go buy a used beater car.
But see, what they do is that those type of companies are the ones that kids will get targeted with.
Yes.
Because it'll be, oh, no credit needed. Oh, hey, no credit check, no down payment, whatnot. And they're like, oh, yeah, I can pay that $100.
Oh, Nepal Bongos Fresh Start program. No, but anyway, if I have one piece of advice for all these graduating seniors, it's learn how money works.
Yeah.
Please, first and foremost, just learn how money works. Otherwise, you're going to find out the hard way. And then you might not be able to get out from under it.
And,
But there's always bankruptcy, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Bankruptcy is getting harder and harder. They keep adding more and more stuff to it, and it's getting harder to get stuff written off. And, but then again, what they don't tell you with bankruptcy is all of the repercussions that come with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, it was 7 years, but then that ruins your chances of getting home. And people think, oh, it's 7 years. A lot can happen in 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can find the person that you're going to spend your life with. You can marry him. Then all of a sudden,
you're going to go out because you're bankrupt.
Yeah, you're going to go buy a house, and all of a sudden,
which means it wasn't really about you. It was about the money the whole time. So maybe they weren't the person you should have spent the rest of your life with. Actually, you know what? That's a good screener, Lloyd. That's what you should do. When you're getting ready to settle down, just go declare bankruptcy. And the one who sticks with you is the real, true ride or die that you need to marry anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's a good plan.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Well, just
JK, LOL.
Get involved in finances, understand how banks work, how your money works, how credit cards work, how loans work. Question everything. Don't just take everything at face value. Research, get multiple offers, whatever you have to do.
And if someone says, well, gosh, if you don't buy today, I don't know if I can get you this deal. Just walk away.
Just walk away.
That's high pressure sales tactics. It's no. They can get you that deal anytime you walk through that door.
I mean, one of the things that I have learned, and I've owned many cars, is, like you said, when you walk in, I mean, if you badly need that vehicle, you still need to approach it in the same way. But it's like when you walk in, you don't need it. You can walk away.
Right.
And keep your car keys.
The best time...
If you're trading a vehicle in, you keep those freaking keys with you. Don't let them leave.
The best time I've ever gone vehicle shopping is when I didn't need a vehicle.
Yeah.
I'll be perfectly honest. Like, I had absolutely no need for a vehicle, and I was just bored and wouldn't walk a lot.
You hear some sales going on. I'll go look over and just
And then they come over, and I'll tell you, I got a brand new car for half price one time.
That's not
because
bad.
I didn't need a car and they really needed it off the lot.
Sell, yeah.
So I just kept telling him, no, give me a new number, give me a new number, give me a new number. After, it was...
I generally walk in and it's like...
Almost 6 months of doing that, they still had the car on the lot and I got a sweet deal.
When I find one that I like and it's like, okay, I'll go in and finally, let's go talk numbers. And then I just walk in, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to spend. If you can't do it,
bye-bye.
Bye. And 90% of the time they'll play the game and then I'll play the game back with them. And then... usually by the end of the time, we get on some kind of agreement somehow or another.
My favorite question is, well, how much do you want your payment to be?
Yeah.
Well, no, we're not talking about payment. We're talking about how much do I want to pay for the car? Because what they'll do is they'll stretch it. Oh, well, you know what? If you want to pay $250 a month, we can just, instead of a 5-year loan, we can make this an 8-year loan. No.
But see, then that's when you get creative. If you want to do an 8-year loan because it gets that payment down, then you start talking in, okay, what about the extra, the warranties and stuff like that, where it gets you actually benefits. You look at where it's like, okay, well, you know what? Now it's going to be worth it for me to buy, say, a 5-year complete bumper to bumper plan, because then you only have 3 years that you don't have to worry about by then.
Most of the back end stuff they can pretty much give you for free.
A lot of times, but see, that's when you can work it in.
Most of it.
But you can work it in.
You know what I always like to do is you basically work it as if you're going to do like a 7-8 year payment. And then you bring it down and get them to give you a high interest loan, yada, 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 like super ridiculous, right? So they're like, man, we're going to make so much money off this guy. He doesn't even realize it. And then as soon as you go to sign the paperwork, you write him a check for the entire car. So what was the final total purchase price? Oh, well, we got it down to da-da-da-da, and here you go. Wait a minute. No, I thought you were having a loan. No, I'm paying cash.
If you're lucky and you get 0%, you stretch that loan out. It's free money.
Oh, yes. If you can get a 0% loan, there is absolutely no reason, no need. And this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor.
No.
But it's basic math. If you have a 0% loan and you pay it off now, you could have had that money in the bank for those 5 years gaining interest or in some other investment vehicle that would have got you interest. Instead, you paid off a car early. So you take those 0 interest loans and you write them out for the entire length every time because you can have that money working for you somewhere else, actually making you money. But that's advanced. That's advanced finance. Let them learn the basics first, and then they can come to the School of Kent and Lloyd Finance.
Okay.
Anyway, let's move. We've been talking about that way too long.
Well, I mean, come on. It's very important for these kids. As much as they probably got a credit card from mom and dad, or maybe they do have their own jobs and they have their own bank accounts and stuff. But no one prepares you for what happens in the real world.
No. The best thing you do is just spend money you have, and if you don't have the money, don't spend it.
And one thing advice that I would have taken years ago: learn to save. Now. I mean, if that's taking $10 out of your paycheck or a percentage or however you want to work it, stick to it.
You know what? I've found some really cool apps out there, and this is I'm not paid by them. This isn't an advertisement, but they've worked really well for me, because if you don't have the discipline to set money aside and do all that, there's 2 apps I really like. One is called Acorns, which basically every time you link whatever cards your debit card, credit cards, you link them to the account, right? Every time you spend, they round that purchase up.
Yeah.
So if you spend $1.97 on something, they round it up to 2 and they take 3 cents and they deposit it in that account. If you spend, $34.52, they'll take 48 cents and deposit it in that account, right? So it forces you to save in the background without noticing. And
the one thing that I would say, go if your bank has something like that, because some do, go with your bank first.
U.S. Bank does something like that.
Because some of those apps, and I ran into it because I used that one, some consumer credit card or consumer banking debit card will only allow a certain number of transactions a month. And so if you use your card, say at Starbucks,
they start charging you.
And that's considered 2 transactions, one from Starbucks and one from Acorns. Right. So if you have 50 transactions a month, well, 25 times, and you're now going to be charged for every one. So it may not be worth it.
So look into that.
Yeah.
The other one I like is this new one. I was beta testing it, and it just kind of went live, I think maybe 6 months ago. It's called Bumped, and it's not a roll-up program, but what they do is every time you make a purchase at participating vendors, they reward you with a percentage in stock.
Okay.
So if you if you go to Burger King, they'll give you 1% of your purchase price. So you get 14 cents, you get partial shares, but over time it starts to build up. And like you said, it's that savings account, but it does it all in the background, and you don't even notice you're doing it. And then every 6 months you check it and you're like, holy crap, there's $500 in here. I didn't even realize I spent that much money.
One thing that I've been kind of doing, I have one credit card that does the cash back. It's like I buy everything with it, and then I just pay it off every week because I already have the money.
Right.
I'm not spending money I don't have. As I'm making that purchase at the end of the week, pay it off. And it's like I've had that card for 2 years and haven't paid a dime in interest, but I probably made $400 or $500 in cash back.
Yeah, I've got cash rewards cards, and I just bank the money. I just leave it there.
Just stick it there and just let it go. And occasionally it's like, oh, here's free payment.
Yep.
But yeah.
Or if I'm really riding it tight one month for some reason, it's my little cushion.
Your little savings account.
Little cushion.
But again, like I said, learn to save. It will
however you do it.
Whatever it is.
I don't recommend savings accounts, but I'm also not a financial advisor.
But if that's someone's starting point,
right? That's where you begin.
Then when you get a certain amount, then you just want to put in a CD or something.
I don't like savings accounts and even CDs. I don't like CDs because they don't pay enough interest to even cover inflation.
No.
So parking your money in a savings account is as little interest as you get in those. It's almost the same thing as just parking your money in a mattress. There's plenty of other ways you can deploy your cash to actually, I mean, even if you buy I-bonds from the government, buy I-bonds from the government with cash that you don't need for at least 5 years. forces you not to touch
We're
it, right?
talking about high schoolers here.
And then, and actually, maybe this is why they don't teach finance in high school. Is because it's way too complicated. That could be why. But I mean, even I bonds, they legitimate their whole purpose is inflation, right?
Yeah.
So if there's you buy a $500 I bond, that at the end of the first year, if interest was 2%, it's going to add that 2% to it. If inflation was 3% the following year, it's going to add that 3%.
I think you should write a book called Finance for Your 30s, because you're going to get these kids through their 20s.
True.
True. They're only going to be worrying about, I have money for beer next week.
Let's help you survive.
It's like
once you know how to survive, let's teach you how to thrive.
Yes.
First survive, then thrive. That's the name of the book. We're writing it.
There you go.
First survive, then thrive.
That's the way it is. In your 20s, right after you're out of high school and you're in your 19s, 20s, get into there. It's going to be survival mode. In your 30s, you'll start to learn things and go, you know what? I'm now ready to go.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. I still don't feel like a real adult.
Oh, no.
Yes, I do. I'm kidding. I totally do.
Although some of these kids, like, I knew when you were born. That's you're graduating high school.
I thought we said we were done talking about this topic, and we just kept going.
We kept going. Well,
anyway, what else is there to talk about?
I don't know. I don't have anything else on my...
We went over all the upcoming events.
Let's see. Well, one quick thing I wanted to kind of talk about. So June 15th is our big date when we're supposed to know if we're supposed to take off masks and all that fun stuff and the coronavirus.
So I don't know if you heard, but today there was a big update today.
Oh.
And I need to confirm and verify, but from what I'm to understand, because I didn't realize this was the case until it was I guess it wasn't the case. It's announced today. The executive order is not being rescinded on the 15th.
Of course not.
Just the
Are you kidding?
The blueprint is being rescinded.
Whoever thought that was going to happen?
Well, because I was at my regional housing authority meeting yesterday, and I was talking to our lawyer, like, okay, what's going on, blah, 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 blah. And he said that as he understood it, the order was being rescinded, and that had implications as far as how we can have meetings and Brown Act stuff and this and that, blah, 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 because there's a lot of exceptions in that executive order. But like I said, it was announced today that is not the case, that the order is still in effect, just with no blueprint. So stay tuned for more changes, as I'm sure they're coming, or more information as we get closer to the date. But you were going to say...
So, there's this whole argument over face masks still. And of course, California still has it, in quotes, doing air quotes here, mask mandate. Well, have you heard about the Northern California Cafe?
Northern California Cafe? I have not. Where is that?
Will charge customers.
Oh, yeah.
$5.
I did hear about this
if
one.
they are wearing a face mask. And then give an extra $5 charge if you talk about getting your vaccine.
Right. Any talk about vaccines is another $5 charge.
Hey.
But all the money goes to a local charity.
Yes.
It's all kind of tongue in cheek. They're just having, and I think it's every 2 weeks they're switching the charity.
Yeah.
From what I understand. So where's that? Humboldt, Monterey?
It's in Mendocino.
Mendocino. There you go.
And it's a little cafe there called Fiddleheads. I've been there a couple of times many years ago. I think it was a different owner though. And my favorite quote was, "I don't think $5 to charity is too much to ask from mask wearing customers who claim to care so much about the community that they live in." It was like, ooh.
He's literally asking people to put their money where their mouth is.
Where their mask is. And I like this article, not for the fact that it's a kind of a quote petty act, but it's like, we have been through so much over the last year.
Is it, or is he just being creative and doing a fundraiser for local charities? I don't know. I haven't been over there. I don't know what the tenor is. I don't know what the atmosphere is in that particular place. But
it is basically let's see here.
Is he giving government a middle finger, or is he just being creative and trying to raise money for local charities?
No, because
because that could go either way.
Many other restaurants, they've been closed down. And he himself says he doesn't believe in mask wearing. Our customer base has been strongly aligned with our beliefs, but I think some are really angry at our cafe. And so, I give this guy credits. where credit is due. He's doing this. He's helping raise money for charity. And I mean,
he's standing up for what he believes in.
This here is like that freedom of speech, freedom of action, because no shoes, no shirts, no service. Well, you wear a face mask and complain about or talk about your vaccine. $5, please. It is just funny. And
the payment from what I read is it's a voluntary payment. He's not actually charging people, right? It's not
he's
like
actually charging people.
I thought it said something about
no.
If they didn't pay, it wasn't like he wasn't going to serve them.
Yeah.
I read something in there about that. Maybe I misread then.
You won't get served if you don't pay. Because it's at the time of ordering. If you have your mask on,
right?
They'll charge you, and if you don't, then yeah. Well, I'm excited about it. But I just thought it was funny.
Of course you are.
Yes,
Lloyd.
It's like, oh, that business is just so great. I mean, it's just. I mean, I want to go there this weekend, but we got Pioneer Day, so yeah, just to wear my mask and then take it off after you pay the $5 and give it to charity.
Right. It's a donation.
Yeah, donation.
Making a local donation.
Oh, and then so I saw this
because that's what I was thinking when I read it was everyone was going to go in wearing masks. That's
what I thought.
Just to pay the $5.
But no. He's actually against it all. This is like a big middle finger to all those people.
Understood.
Because think about when some of these stores, you walk in without a mask, they kick you out. They escort you out. Yeah. Some of the big box stores
He's
are
just
doing
taking the other side.
He's doing the other side. He's like, fine, I'll just take your money and give it to charity.
And people decide where they want to shop.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, that's where it goes.
Let the invisible hand of economics sort it out.
Yeah, that's why we have capitalism. And just like Pizza Hut is bringing back its 90s pie.
What?
So I didn't know this
Pizza
even
Hut
existed.
had pie?
So, well,
I don't remember this.
Pizza is a pie, apparently.
Well, okay, sure.
Apparently. Which I saw something that said.
Is it stuffed crust?
No.
I love stuffed crust pizza.
It's called The Edge.
Oh, yeah!
And
there's no crust on it. It's pizza all the way to the edge.
All the way to the edge. And I'm like,
I forgot about that.
Doesn't that look like a Red Baron pizza? I mean,
kind of.
It's just like all the way to the edge. There's no crust. I forgot
all about that.
And it also reminds me of the pizza that we got at the elementary school.
The big deal of the 90s. I remember when stuffed crust pizza was first introduced. That was a huge deal.
Oh, people hated it. Yeah.
And then you had to turn it around and eat it backwards. You eat the crust first. But no, I remember the edge. Now that you say it.
But I was like, sadly, we don't have a Pizza Hut around here. But I just thought it was interesting.
You should open one.
Like, no.
Open one. Let's sell the paper and open a Pizza Hut.
There you go. I would actually make more money.
You'd probably make more money.
I would definitely make more. Even in a town that has 3 pizza places, I'd still make more money. Yeah, actually, every town has 2 except for Maxwell. Maxwell has 1.
Straw Hat and Granzella's.
Arbuckle, which is the
Food Center and Little Caesars. Here it's Round Table and Riverbank.
Which also, I guess, Rocco's, if you want to count their artisan pizzas.
Yeah.
And then Riverside Lanes also has a pizza.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But Maxwell, how many pizzas they have?
They just have the Maxwell Inn.
Oh, okay.
Has a pizza.
Okay. Grimes?
No.
Frozen pizza at the local store?
Probably. Or maybe I don't know, the Landing. Whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah.
I think the restaurant out there, maybe. I don't know.
What else you got?
That's it for this week.
So we done?
I think we are.
Well, maybe we should go build a float. You want to go build a float together?
Yes, we can go build a float. And I need to ask Hayley about this reverse party now.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening, and
we'll see you Saturday. Come out and see us. Go to Williams and wave at us as we drive by. Yeah. Again, we like full-size candy bars.
And if you're going to bring out your squirt guns and, squirt everybody, because that's a big thing at the
Don't squirt us.
Squirt Kent.
No. Kent's going to be inside the cab driving. If you squirt Kent, he'll be very upset. Actually, the windows will be rolled up. We'll be fine. Because I'm going to have the AC on.
Yeah. He's going to leave me and Hayley in the back of the pickup.
Well, somebody has to drive the pickup, and I don't trust you to drive it.
All right. Thank you for listening. See you guys all in the next one. See you Saturday.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
So we talked all night about the rest of our lives, where we're gonna be when we turn 25. I keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. But when we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out 'cause we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now 'cause you don't have another day.
Thanks for listening to the Backpage Podcast. Like what we do? Share us on Facebook, Instagram, and tell all your friends to tune in. And don't forget to visit our website and show us some love at RadioCalusa.com.